Hello guys, I apologize for my appearance again. This is going to be for Libra. It's intended for Libra Sun, though it could be Libra Moon or Libra Rising as well. Please make sure to check out your Sun, your Moon, and your Rising sign video, as you may be acting more fully out of that aspect of your personality or your persona at any given time. Also keep in mind that throughout the video, I will say that you did this or you did that. Please know that I am aware this can be somebody else that you're dealing with. So you don't have to justify yourself to the reader, and you should never try to justify yourself to a reader. Just know that if this is not you, or if it doesn't resonate with you, it's very possible this is a situation that's going on around you that you're not aware of, that somehow affects you. Okay, because that does happen sometimes in the reading. So just kind of keep that under your hat. Let me pull my table closer, so hopefully I can do this reading a little easier. All right. Some of you are looking for adoration again. I don't know why I keep getting this with Libras. Like you're trying really hard to win the admiration of someone. For some of you, that's not going to be for everybody. There's kind of like, I heard the word weakness. Maybe you're feeling weak for some reason. Some of you, it may be because someone was honest about a situation involving you. It could have been about a close one-on-one relationship, maybe some sort of like come to Jesus moment. Or maybe there's a situation that's really testing your faith. I'm also getting that for some Libras. I also got the word darling. So you may be talking to somebody in that way. I don't know if you call them darling, or you're trying to make them feel as if they are your darling, or they're trying to do this to you. But I'm definitely getting this feeling that there's like an attempt to kind of sway someone in your direction in some sense of the word. Some of you, this could be a sun. That's not going to be for everybody. What else? You're trying to leave your mark, but you're doing so by pushing, because I'm actually seeing these words in the card. So just know that. Some of you are kind of at war with yourself. And I'm getting the word misleading. And I don't know if that's you misleading somebody else or somebody else misleading you. So just be careful of your surroundings. Be very careful as it relates to your one-on-one relationships, because they are coming into focus in this particular reading. I kind of also get this feeling, Libra, there's a situation, and this is very common, even like for readers, for instance. When we do videos, it's much different when we do a recording versus when we're on the spot and have to do this live. And I feel like there's some kind of aspect that's going on with you that relates to having to, you can't pause the video or do a second take. You're having to do this live, so to speak. Some sort of one-on-one relationship situation as it relates to what I've said previously here. I also got the word forest. I don't know if you guys are around a lot of trees. Well, if you think about can't see the forest for the trees, can't, you know the song. Well, some of you do. You might want to listen to that. For those of you who are offended by language, though, I would not do that. That may be about you, that may be about the other person, but, you know, I'm just saying, that's what I think of whenever I hear that. I felt like that card wanted to come out. Let me see if I can get it. Yeah. Remember how I said I felt like you're trying to get someone's adoration? I didn't make it up. Persuasion. You're going live with somebody here where there are no second chances. There is no, pause and let's put on the shining face. This is real. This is real life. For some of you, you may be worried about a job, or you may be worried about your public reputation, or maybe even your lifetime achievements. But the feeling that I get is this persuasiveness. It's almost like you're trying to get somebody to step up to you, or, step up to you. I mean, that's the way it came out. You're trying to get somebody to step up to you. But you have yourself, or this person does, remember, it can go either way, but you have yourself up on this pedestal, and you think that people need to step up to you, or the other person thinks that you need to step up to them, meaning that, let's address this. But I get this feeling of you trying to put on your best face, your best persona, in order to protect yourself and still keep you elevated on this pedestal. But you're waiting to see who's going to step up to you. It could be that even. Okay? My eyes, I should have gotten better lighting in here so I could see better. There could be somebody or something that their name starts with a C, because I'm seeing a lot of C names on this tombstone. It's hard to read, but I do see that. Also, I'm seeing something about needing courage, and also about somebody being combative. So that could be you, or that could be somebody that you're dealing with. And I heard behind the scenes, whatever that means. So for some of you, this is not even somebody that's in the forefront that people know about, or I don't know what that means. Just take it as it resonates. There's something about this that may be behind the scenes. Of course, then again, if you're trying to impress somebody, putting on your best face, that would kind of have a behind the scenes vibe too, like, Anyway, what else do I see? Also heard the word tempted. I don't know what that has to do with this. There may be something that relates to temptation. Some of you may be feeling like all eyes are on you. That's another thing. And I did say career, public reputation, or lifetime achievement, so you very much could feel that way. Some of you may have been honest that you were persuasive, or put on a false front, or a face, so to speak, as it relates to a one-on-one relationship. Could even be that, or your person could have done that. Doesn't have to be, but I'm giving you all the things that I see that are possible within these cards, rather than going into like this full-on storyline. I mean, if I see it, I'll say it, but I'm really just going through trying to get basically the characteristics of what's going on. And the feeling here, like I said, I can't get over the feeling I'm going live. Now, let's put on the presentation. Okay. So some of you may have been honest that you were persuasive about a situation involving a financial settlement. For other people, this could be that you were honest, that you were persuasive, but you settled for something, meaning that this is not the best that you think that you can do or that they can do. So it could go either way. Some Libras, it's going to be that they messed with somebody's financial settlement. For other people, it's going to be that, you were honest that, look, I tried to persuade you, but I'm feeling as if I'm settling for less than what I deserve. And I also heard, and I know that rhymes, but I'm also hearing to preserve myself, which, that makes sense too. My eye went straight to the dollar sign. Most of you, this is about the money. And I'll show you, because I've never even noticed that in the card. There is actually a dollar sign in the middle. I don't know that's too focused or not, but there is a dollar sign right in the middle of this thing. Some of you may have stood tall in your convictions as it related to this situation. And again, I'm still getting the work vibes for some of you, like a close one-on-one relationship at work. And you may have, again, there's two stories here. If this is a work situation, if this does have to do with a financial settlement, this was where you were really, really bold, but I'm also hearing you got left out in the cold because of that. And this is something that happened in the past because you were very negative, or you were, how do I explain this? Let me give you my reasoning here. So it's either that you were being very negative, or you were like making things look the opposite of what they were. And the reason I say that, if you look at how the coloring is on this mountain, it's like a reversal. It's like when you have that filter on. So there's something here, could be, doesn't have to be, something where you made it look like something that it wasn't, or to look different than what it really was. It could be something like that for some of you. But also I think of that as being the negative filter, right? You're seeing it through a negative filter, or you did. This could have had something to do with work, but for some of you, it also could be for health issues. So if this is a partnership, you may have been honest that you were persuasive, but you were just settling because of a work issue or because of a health issue. Or maybe they did this to you. Let me see if I see anything else I want to bring up before we move on to the next card. I think I already said that. It definitely is. It looks like, I'm not saying it is, but it looks like it was something that was long ago. For some of you, this could have something to do with a child too. And the reason I say that, in the honesty card, there's a child. Hold on a second. Straighten these up. I'm only going to pick the one that came out. These all like fell to the side, but there was one card that came out by itself face up. And that is the illusion card. This could be a Pisces person for some of you. It does not have to be, but that's who I usually see this card as. So remember, the card before it was settlement. So there was a settlement illusion. So for those of you who this has to do with a financial settlement, this is basically where you persuaded the outcome of a settlement by creating an illusion. And that's why I probably got that feeling like, oh my God, we're going live. I can't screw this up. You know, I've got to do this right on the first take, that kind of thing. But also, if it is a relationship and it has nothing to do with that, it could be that, you know, it's like, oh shit, we're going live, you know. I'm just letting you know, I created an illusion. I mean, I settled because of a health issue, but I created an illusion around it that may have had something to do with health, daily duties, or daily routines. Doesn't have to be, but I'm just going to say, no matter where the situation is, whether it's at home, whether it's at work, you created some sort of an illusion here. You got your outcome in the past here by, the word persuasion can also mean manipulation, but I'm going to be nice and I'm going to use the word persuasion. You persuaded this situation and settled in order to create an illusion. You settled for a situation in order to create an illusion. For others, you changed the outcome of the settlement and created an illusion about it. Yeah. You pretended like you were disputing it, or that you had a problem with it, or that there were fights. So you could have created an illusion, hey, okay, this could be several things. You intentionally started fights with this person. I don't know why you would do that if you're trying to hold on, but you intentionally created these disputes with this person. Or maybe you lied and said that you got into a fight when you really didn't. Or maybe you said, hey, I fought for you, and you really didn't. Okay? For some of you, again, this could be children, creativity, or romance. Some of you could have created an illusion about a child, an illusion about a romantic situation, or about a creative project. But either way, you created this illusion that led to disputes. And now you're live, right? I'm creating a picture for you here. So whatever that was, after what I just said, whatever you did there created some sort of transformation. And some of you may be having a hard time dealing with this transformation because it may have something to do with an ending, a transformation, a death, or maybe even rebirth or shared resources. Some of you may have said, oh, I fought so that you could get some of these shared resources when you really didn't. Or some of you could have said, oh, I was disputed because there was a death, or there was an ending, or there was a transformation, when in truth, that's not really why you did it. For some of you, you created a dispute as it related to an ending, a death, a transformation, or shared resources. Yeah. You transformed it by creating a conflict around this illusion in a legal manner for most of you, because you couldn't deal with your shadow side. So it may be that you're trying to, maybe you're going into another relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic. You're going into another relationship now, having not healed the past, is the energy that I'm getting. And so now it's like, oh shit, I'm going live in this new relationship. How am I going to fare now? It could be something like that for some of you. That's not going to be for everybody. But I'm definitely getting a lot of you are dealing with a legal issue where you manipulated the outcome. Obviously, that's not going to be for everybody, but... All right, what is this? Yeah. Because of this transformation, you have like conflicted feelings about an ending, a transformation, a death, or like a will, inheritance, or settlement as it relates to the legalities of what was done here. And you know that you were not being truthful or straightforward with somebody here, so you're fearful. Again, fearful of legal ramifications to this. You're pretending to be calm to a certain degree, at least, but it's like you're not going to make any effort. And the reason I say that, look, she's guarding, but she's not making any effort. She's just laying there. Some of you are regretful. That's not going to be all of you. Some of you are regretful, but you're not making any moves to correct it. So because of this, because you don't want to deal with your shadow, with your past, you're trying to create this level of harmony around you. This is a new situation for most of you, because I'm seeing an 8 again. There could have been an ending to this one, this new one. If not, then this is, for legal reasons, and because of this transformation, you're crossing over a new bridge into uncharted territory. Yeah. And you're trying to heal maybe the situation that you're in or yourself, but you're not healing this past situation. Instead, you ended the relationship, or you let the relationship end for some of you. Yeah. You may be trying to control the situation. Some of you could be dealing with a Taurus too. But this card leadership for me is flighty. It's a control freak. It's even arrogant. If you look at how this bull is prancing around, but also notice this bull is trapped. So this could be you trapped, or a Taurus trapped. Or maybe you try to trap somebody else, but there's something about being trapped here. You may have ended this relationship because of health issues or because of a work situation. But again, it's showing, well, I'll go back to that in a minute. I don't need to repeat myself. There it is. Yeah. Okay, that's exactly what it says. You're trying to keep the peace and try to heal yourself or the situation that you're in now, but you're not healing the past because you're being arrogant or stubborn or something like that, because this is the control card. You're being controlling here. But for some of you also, it's saying that you're trying very hard to control the turmoil that's boiling inside of you regarding this situation. You're not happy with it. But you're in it for whatever reason. So, and I'm going to tell you the reason is because you refuse to deal with the past. So looking at the center of the reading is 9, which to me is foreign people, foreign lands, philosophies, and legal. And you've got 2 9s in the middle. So maybe it's you need to change your perspective or philosophy. Maybe there's something going on as it relates to travel, but for most of you, this is a legal conflict that you are avoiding. Even though you have this deep turmoil within you that I feel very blocked. There's a very blocked energy about Libra right now. Yeah. You're hopeful. I mean, don't get me wrong, you're hopeful. But at the same time, you're not healing the past again. Let me just say that. So let me see if there's anything else I want to say. Okay, so the very first thing I'm going to say to you, you were being very persuasive regarding a financial settlement or to settle for this situation and transform it into this current state, because you did not want to heal, you wanted to control. Let me say that again. You did not want to heal this. You wanted to control. It's like you want to keep the peace in your current situation because of what happened, for some of you. You disputed healing a situation. That's what I'm seeing. It's like you're trying to keep the peace in your current situation because you disputed healing the past situation and being honest. So you transform the situation by controlling it, being persuasive. Now you have conflict within yourself, with other people, and turmoil because you settled or because of this money, and you are fearful because of this illusion. So that means, Libra, it's time to heal. Some of you are worried that this is going to come back up again. That's the rebirth card. You can also see in your mind, you already know this is going to happen again in your new situation because you haven't dealt with the past. For some of you, let me make sure I'm reading this correctly. Yeah, for most of you, again, the number 5 is coming up. Children, creativity, romance. It has something to do with that, and it has to do with legal matters. So it may be a legal situation that involves a child, that involves a creative project, or that involves a romance, either one. But you already know this situation is going to transform and there's going to be conflicts again because you're going to do what? Persuade again. Yeah, that's exactly what it says. So just so you know, that's what I get. And then I'm going to pull So some of you created an illusion about a tower moment, a sudden unexpected change, and claimed that you were devastated when you really weren't. That's the first thing that I'm getting when it comes to this illusion card, all right? Because I'm seeing that as I'm going through and shuffling. Yeah. So what did you create an illusion about? Either the past or about a child. So most of you, you created an illusion about your child. But for some of you, it will be a situation in the past. It could even be a situation that involved children. I'm going to see if I can clarify that a little bit more. What was this illusion about the child? What was the illusion about this child? So I'm going to just tell you what that says. Okay, this also can be the past. You created an illusion about a child's victory and that you were disappointed and were trying to be strong about the final decision that was made. So again, this is child or past. So this could have been that, you created an illusion about a past or a child's victory, that you were disappointed about the ending of a final decision. You actually, and again, we've already talked about that. You persuaded the outcome of it, but you're telling people that you're implying, I can't say that you said, but you're somehow implying or I think that you implied it, that you said it or implied it, but implying that you were disappointed about this, but you actually were glad that this happened because you knew you couldn't fix this past behavior, or you didn't think you could fix this past behavior, or you just, from what I'm seeing, didn't want to fix this. All right, what else is there anything else I want to clarify? Some of you could have, okay, have you ever heard of telling the truth in order to backstab? Some of you may have done that. Maybe you gave a piece of honesty, but not the full picture. It could be that, because there's still illusion there. There's still illusion there. Some of you could have been honest about this child's relationship. Their one-on-one relationship, maybe even with you, because it is the number 7. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. All right, what else do I need to clarify? Tell me what this is. That does not want to come out. This kind of tells me that, okay, wait a minute. You were honest that you walked away confident, or that you walked away and became single, but you still were persuasive regarding this settlement or to settle for this situation. Wow, I just saw something in 3D, boy. Sorry, I don't normally say that or talk in that way, but I just saw that in 3D. Maybe it's telling me to look at the 4 corners, because it was one of the corner cards that it was, and it highlighted the illusion card. I'm just going to let you know, the illusion card just suddenly went into 3D for me, and I promise you I'm not making this up. So I'm going to look at the 4 corners. You were honest about an illusion and tried to keep the peace because you had internal conflict about a new beginning, because you knew the transformation would lead to conflicts, because you wouldn't deal, you wouldn't heal. But this, you know, if this is money, you knew that you wouldn't heal or wouldn't try to heal the situation, but you're going to cause them to lose money. In the other case, like you're just settling for this person knowing that you're going to have conflicts anyway. So all you're doing is just buying 10 more minutes of agony because you're not willing to work on yourself. It doesn't have to be agony. That's the whole thing. There doesn't have to be agony. There can be healing, but when you refuse to go there, when you intentionally cause vagueness within a situation, then no, there's not going to be healing. Healing means actually facing your issues, admitting your issues, working on the issues, not just, well, screw it, I'll walk away, which is what it says you did here. You walked away confident because you basically manipulated and settled a situation through illusion. Some of you could have, like I said, some of you walked away confident because you manipulated a financial settlement. Some of you walked away confident because you knew you could persuade this person. It could be any of that. But I'm going to let that go, and I'm going to end this reading. Please make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you'd like to leave a donation for my channel, there will be a link in the description box below for that, and I will see you again soon. Bye, guys.